a spectator's perspective, certainly not from a runner's perspective. So from our first team being Wings, second team Singapore, third team Malaysia. We've seen him this morning already. Didn't make it through to the final in the 400s, and Philippines rounding out the 4. So the championship record is 3:05.96. That was set by Canada in 1998. The national record for Singapore is 3:10.11, run in 2023. So 4 teams: Wings, Singapore, Malaysia, and the Philippines. So we're underway. This is the 4x400 metres, and the Malaysian has already made an aggressive start to get up to the Philippines. So now they're just going to run together for a little bit. That's exactly what they're doing. So it's the Philippines and Malaysia, Singapore and Wings. Wings are almost about to match up with Singapore. Malaysia's now overtaken the Philippines. We're still on the first leg of this 400. So Malaysia with a slight lead, now entering into the home straight. That gap is now starting to grow against the Philippines. He's putting in a mighty finish here, so now it's going to be a really vital bat change for Malaysia. Singapore have got a good change because we're going to see Harry Curran run the 400, and whether he can catch up to the Philippines, really clean change from Malaysia. So Malaysia now increased, Philippines in 2, Harry starting to build some ground against the Philippines in 3, and Wings sitting in 4. So on that back straight, not too much has changed. They're all relatively composed as they're now ready to that merging point. So now they're all on the inside. So Malaysia followed by Singapore, Philippines in 2, Singapore in 3, Wings behind in 4. Hasn't really been too much of a change in terms of the margin. You probably feel the Philippines are starting to build some ground against Malaysia. This is going to be a very, very interesting baton change if someone can't get it cleanly. This is going to be a little closer than we think here. Very good there from Malaysia, and again from the Philippines. Singapore also very good, but they're losing a bit of ground against that second spot. So we still have the Malaysian with the Filipino, and there's probably a slight reduction in that margin between that 1 and 2. This is the third changeover. Singapore are still around the mark. We've mentioned before and we'll mention again, if you can't change the baton cleanly, it can be anyone's race. So the Philippines are making some ground against the Malaysian. The Malaysian's turned around because he's worried, so he's going to have to try and find the kick. The Filipino is going very, very hard. Singapore's there as well. So this will be a very, very important change, whether they can do it cleanly. So here we go, the final leg, Malaysia and the Philippines. Malaysia starting to lose some ground. The Philippines are catching up. Philippines about to overtake. They now move into that top spot. Singapore mounting some time against the Malaysians. Malaysia's not done with yet though. The Philippines have done the work. Now around the bend, you can see the gap is just starting to grow ever so much. And coming down the home straight, it's certainly getting very, very strong. So the Philippines are in 1. Can Singapore find a way to come into second? There is a fighting finish here. Virtually a photo. But as expected, the Philippines that had a number of finalists in that 400. Labida, Tal Placido, Ramirez and Del Prado. When you got 4 in the final, no doubt you're expecting some pretty impressive stuff. And that was some mighty work. So Philippines there, 3:11. A spectator's perspective, certainly.